A new Sword Art Online game has just been announced. It's coming out in 2023, and yes, it is a console Sword Art Online game. Good question. You never know with anime games, could be mobile, but no, not in this case. This is a PlayStation, Xbox, and PC game. We have a bunch of details to share, but first, let's watch the trailer. Claire the Loon. They put Claire the Loon in an official Sword Art Online trailer. Get that copyright-free music. Can spend money. I don't know why I'm surprised. It's Sword Art Online. It always had the pussy. Okay, gameplay. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Has there been an upgrade since the last game? As far as graphics go? Sort of similar. Looks very similar. A combat system seems to be close to Alicization Licorice? Or yeah, it's an RPG, but it's kind of active time. The Tales format. It doesn't look awesome. I don't think Sword Art Online games were ever about, wow, the graphics though. It's always about, hey, here's a solid RPG. And can really sink some hours into this. So it is kind of what I expected if I knew there was a Sword Art Online game coming. Yeah, I hate this name so much. Okay. We're not done. I do like the look of this. That's a clean anime shot. If they have a lot of those throughout the game, yeah, I'll be happy. Though I will say, Alicization Licorice used a lot of really good looking stuff in their trailer, and then they had like 2 cutscenes using those graphics. Okay, so the trailer didn't tell us much, but there is a Gematsu article that has translated a bunch of it. So let's go through the article and see what else we can learn about this new Sword Art game. Bamco has announced the action RPG Sword Art Online Last Recollection for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC Steam. It will launch in 2023. It will support 1 player offline and up to 4 players online. Actually surprised that there will be a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series version, because the game didn't look made for those consoles. But if at the very least those versions have shorter loading times, yeah, I'm definitely taking that, because I remember the last Sword Art Online games, and loading screens were definitely a pain. 1 player offline isn't anything new. 4 players online. Sword Art Online games have had multiplayer in the past, but in very different formats, so we don't really know what this means. Could just be 4-player co-op, get through the story, do some co-op missions. Could be actual player versus player content, like we had in Fatal Bullet. Let's see if the rest of this has any insight on that. A story of soul, passion, and therefore life. If only Kirito was there. If only Yu-Gi-Oh was there. In the virtual world known as the Unworld, which is approaching its final moments, an unknown adventure is about to unfold. The demonic land known as the Dark Territory. On the other side of the End Mountains lies a harsh world where only the strongest survives. What awaits Kirito and friends? Full disclosure, I haven't watched the second part of Alicization yet. I watched the first couple of episodes, and this seems to be covering that. There's a lot of imagery and some characters that I recognize from those first episodes, but I can tell you how faithful it is if it is actually just a retelling of the anime. Regardless, Sword Art Online games usually start with a retelling of the anime and then they spin off into their own original stuff. And they have been following this formula for quite some time. I don't see why I would expect anything different for this game. We scroll down, we see a bunch of characters, a lot of those that you would expect for this game, listed alongside their voice actors. And there's 2 new original characters, Dorothy and Sarai. They're keeping the voice actors a secret. I never understood that. You're willing to spoil the original characters, but you're not willing to spoil who voices them? That's kind of odd. And wait a second, that's it? No further details? I thought we were gonna get a breakdown of what's gonna happen. Well, it's an action RPG, which I think puts this in a similar place to Alicization Licorice. Honestly, that's my expectation. I think that will be the basis for this new game. Alicization Licorice was fine. It was an okay RPG. I think it had a lot of issues, like most Sword Art Online games do. I think they usually make really good RPGs, but then they're cluttered with just unoptimized stuff. and very uninspired quest design. But also, I'm not really the target audience because Sword Art Online fans
like the Lucy,
and that's not really why I come to video games, but there are always like these extended mechanics about friendships and something beyond friendships. And I know a couple of websites that quench my thirst, but I don't come to video games for that stuff. I just don't. Also, this is a terrible name. Sword Art Online Last Recollection makes me think they're putting together a collection of past Sword Art Online games and remastering them. It fits within the SAO universe to call something the Last Recollection, but in the video game universe, a lot of words have just been ruined. So I think this choice of a name has been amiss. But anyway, I would love to know what you guys think of this announcement. What do you think of the trailer that's been shown so far? What is your experience with past Sword Art Online games? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku and I'll see you next time. Bye.